I'm out here in Eastern Ontario's backcountry for a trip I've been anticipating all winter. And not just because it's my first camping trip of the season, but also because I've acquired a new tool to widen the scope of my wilderness imaging endeavors. Let's get going. And this is a camp I'll be flying out of this trip. We're in the North Frontenac Parklands, and it's May 1st, 2026. This is my first drone. It's a used DJI Mini 3 Pro. I've flown it around a few times at home, getting familiar with the controls and functions, but I've been just waiting for the day where I can take it on a wilderness tour. And later on, we're gonna crash the hell out of it, so stay tuned. So I'm not actually on a solo trip this time. I'm on my annual spring trip with the boys. I'm gonna spend most of my time hanging out with them, but I wanted to share with you guys a checklist, a little drone mission checklist I want to accomplish on this trip. Firstly, I wanted to try to get a hillside shot of the tree buds coming to life. Around Ottawa, they're really starting to pop, but I'm not noticing as much here, so that might be a bust already. Another one I want to try, when I saw the weather this weekend, there's lots of on and off showers, so I want to get a time lapse of a shower passing by, perhaps disturbing the surface of a lake in the distance, and maybe we'll find a rainbow. We have drone zone reflection. That one's a little weird. I'm just kind of curious how it'll look. I want to get over some very glassy water and just look straight down and just see the drone zone reflection, because why not? I'll also add that I've plotted the neighboring campsites on this section of lake, so I don't unintentionally fly too close and cause any uneasiness to other campers. We're having a full moon this weekend. Hopefully the clouds clear out one of these 2 nights. And yeah, I don't know if the drone will do well. It only has a 2-second maximum exposure time. So I'll crank the ISO and see what we can get. And kind of the same deal, I want a nice shot of our campfire from the air. It's gonna be just an orange dot unless there's also moonlight. I'm gonna see what I can do. This is kind of experimental, as we know. And finally, landscape photography at dawn from bed. I'm gonna just reach out of the hammock, lift off the drone, navigate to a spot where I can get out and gone, and just see what I can find from bed. I don't wanna make that a habit though. I love the adventure photography, so just wanna kind of check that out.
Stop and stare at it, or just keep on the road driving? Let's stop and let's see. A bear?
Oh, good morning. Really nice and sunny now. It's 8:30, but I had an alarm for 5:30 to do some dawn photography from the comfort of the hammock, but it was just wall-to-wall cloud at that time and a bit of a breeze, so I turned that alarm off and went back to sleep for another 3 hours. But it cleared up last night. The moon came out and got the drone lifted off to do some moonlit landscapes and get the campfire in the shots. It turned out pretty good. It turned out a lot brighter than I thought it would with the limited settings on the drone. But I think what turned out even neater than wide landscape shots with our campsite in it is there's an island out front of our site called Skull Island. And I flew over that using the map on the screen because I couldn't see the island. I looked straight down at it, still can't see the island, but did the long exposure and it popped out a pretty nice little kind of fine art piece with the moonlight lighting up the shoreline rocks and some of the trees and just the general shape of the island. Battery got low, came in for a landing, enjoyed the rest of the campfire with the fellas, and now it's time to get some coffee going. The moment my feet touched the ground, I started getting a little hail. Or sleet, I don't know what you'd call it. But it's gonna be a quick shower, I think. Might be a few of those today, which would be alright, because I want to get that time lapse of the weather passing through.
We got some Gouda for the Gouda girl. Yum yum. And we've got some Gouda for the Gouda boy. Alright, brekie's done, coffee's delicious, and there's some showers passing through, so I'm gonna try to get that time lapse now. Might get a better looking shower later, but this could be the only chance. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. I didn't see any good photogenic isolated showers, but in the distance there you can see where the sunlight was breaking through to ground level. I decided to see if I could capture the warm rays as they swept over our neck of the woods. It's not exactly the weather time-lapse I envisioned, but I think it deserves a baby check. Every trip we go on, we do a day trek. It's usually a hike to the highest point around. Just boys being boys. And looking at the maps, we decided this spot looked pretty grand, and it could even offer up a waterfall if any spring runoff was remaining. We started our trips together in 2015, and as a guy who's in charge of our yearly group shot, I thought a group shot taken from the skies would be in order this time. So, add it to the list. Alright, we took a big hike up to the highest point around here. Got some cliffs overlooking. Oh, this is awesome. Wait till you see this view. This is where I'm going to do our group shot, get that off the checklist. Group shot with the drone and perhaps try some of the automated functions, like pulling away but focused on our group. Oh, this is going to be, it's a playground.
Try. Not going to be stupid, but I'll try. Yeah. In the name of adventure and debonair sidekickery.
Come on, Deli. Okay, come on.
Wait till you get to this one. How big is it? You fly the drone inside?
We found some ice. And we also found another decent lookout with a view of a more deciduous forest than what we've been seeing. And although all I got was a quick little snapshot, we've got a check mark for tree buds. After this rest stop, we finished our hike back and had our dinner. I didn't do any more recording, so we'll pick it up on the morning of day 3. Good night. Good morning. It's our final day here and the sun is nice today. It's really windy though, pretty brisk wind, but at least we're enjoying some sunshine, hanging out, doing our breakfast stuff, and unfortunately packing up. It was cloudy and drab at dawn again today, so I went back to sleep, and we'll just have to do the lazy drone photography from bed another time. That's alright. We got most of the checklist done. I didn't get the drone's little reflection in the water this time either because there was no glassy water this trip. Okay, so let's put this fire out and I'll roll footage from the crash on day 1. I got so lucky here. I was showing off the drone to the guys. Dudes, wouldn't it be rad to flip this thing into sport mode and rip it through the column of smoke? Well, I didn't do a proper flight path check, and wouldn't you know it, a spindly tree was concealed by the smoke. Just look at this thing correcting itself using its gyros. Look at the prop wash rippling the water. That was too close. I cannot believe my dumb luck. It was a good lesson while not being a soul-crushing one. I'm so thankful. And thanks to you guys for watching my first video of the season.
Ooh.